right, everybody. It is that time again. We haven't done this in a while, but we are going to look at Super7 Ultimates Power Ranger figures. And yes, I said figures because there are two of them we're going to take a look at in this video. So first, we have one that I have really been looking forward to. One of my all-time favorite, anythings from Power Rangers, whether it's characters, Rangers, monsters, Zords, just, taking the whole entire Power Ranger property as a whole. The Dragonzord is probably in my top 3 of just all-time favorites. So as soon as I saw Super7 was doing a classic, well-detailed Dragonzord, I just knew I had to have it. So my pre-order has arrived from Big Bad Toy Store. It's only about, a year and a month late, but it's Super7, so, we plan on things taking 2 years instead of 1 year like they kind of tell us, but I'm not going to get off on that rant that I've gotten off on in the past. So what we need to do is we need to do this. All right, so there is the Dragonzord unveiled in only the way that Super7 Ultimates can do. We've got the rocket finger effects, which they're okay, but I don't really need those. Got the little tiny Green Ranger in there, which is pretty cool, pretty nice. The metal dragon coin, which I'm really looking forward to. I actually still have the Red Ranger Tyrannosaurus coin. I actually still have that on my end table next to my couch, and I still kind of fiddle around with it every so often. Very nice. These coins are heavy, they're metal, very high quality. And then Dragonzord is so big that we can't even see him in there too good because he's kind of on his side. On the back, we have got some artwork there, and see if you can read this description of Dragonzord. So, of course, Dragonzord is the Zord of the Green Ranger, Tommy. And if you want to pause and read the rest, I could, probably recite this in my sleep about the Dragonzord. Dragonzord is very Godzilla-like. He is the best Zord in all of Power Rangers. That's my opinion. You may have a different opinion, and that's fine. But yeah, can't wait to crack this guy open and, see what he's all about. But before we do that, let's take a look at the other figure from Wave 2 that I ordered. This is the only other figure from Wave 2 that I ordered, and it is the one and only Rita Repulsa. So, definitely picking and choosing with this line, and kind of, just getting the ones that really speak to me. Now, I believe the other two that were in Wave 2 are King Sphinx and the Red Ranger. I was going to get the Red Ranger, and then I just thought, I have so many other Red Ranger figures. Probably have, I don't know, like 6 or 7 other Red Ranger figures. I really don't need another Red Ranger figure. I just don't. Plus, I'm about to be getting the Power Ranger remastered Red Ranger figure. I just don't need to spend $55 on yet another Red Ranger figure. Just don't need to do it. And then the King Sphinx looked pretty cool. I think that the wings, they were a little bit just too artsy for me. They were a little bit too colorful. And honestly, I was pretty happy with my Hasbro King Sphinx. I know some people had issues with like the wings and the lack of paint apps, but I actually enjoyed adding some paint to my King Sphinx figure and pretty happy with him. But this Rita, first of all, I think the pictures looked really cool. And she has her repulsoscope. that is what really, really appealed to me. Is I think that, you know, the telescope that Rita uses to spy on the Rangers and to look at what's going on Earth, that looked really, really well done from the pictures. That's what I want to see here. And that's what we're going to take a look at right now. So there we go. Looks pretty cool. So there's Rita. And I don't know how, there we go. Get a little bit more light going. She's got an alternate Rita head. She's also got the alternate Kimberly head when Kimberly was basically wearing Rita's costume. Lots of other little fun accessories like the green candle, the love potion that she used on Lord Zed. Really, really nice, highly detailed wand. And then, of course, the Repulsa scope is in the back. We can't really see that yet. On the back, we have got a picture. Now, this is a picture of Rita from the show. So that's cool. And then there's the description of the character. Of course, you know, after 10,000 years, she was free. And the rest is history. So now we are going to unbox Rita and the Dragonzord, get all the accessories out, see what they're all about, do some comparisons, and we'll be back. All right, everybody. So I have unboxed Dragonzord, and right out of the packaging, his leg was completely detached. So I wanted to leave this here as showing everybody that, yep, right out of the packaging, his leg was not even attached to the body. I cut the wire that was holding him in and went to take him out, and this is how he came out. Was the leg not even in there. So I'm going to see how easy it is to pop on. I haven't heated him up or anything. And yeah, it's not too easy to go on here. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it on without heat. I'm going to try to get through some of the review here. See if he can stand, sort of. Yeah, so not happy about that. So the leg was not attached. And overall, the quality is just not really where it needs to be. I feel like this is not the figure that we were led to believe it would be. It just does not look the way it looked at all in the pictures. You know, the arms barely move at all. The hands, of course, you know, move this way. I mean, I know in the show he didn't have a lot of movement to begin with, but it just, you know, he goes back and forth, up and down a little tiny bit. But even if you just look at the paint details, I don't know, it just seems like he just looks cheap to me. That's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate word to use, but that's how he looks to me. His mouth does open a little, not a whole lot, and his jaw feels very loose. Like, this just feels very loose to me. You know, obviously his one leg is probably going to fall off. So his leg goes up and down a little bit. He does have knee articulation. His knee feels kind of loose. I'm not sure. Yeah, his knees are definitely loose. And actually on the leg that's kind of broken off. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of film. I thought it was maybe just a shadow from my lights, but no. There's like some kind of film on the knee joint, and you can see some paint marks. The ankles, they don't really go, they go this way, but they're not rocker ankles. They just go up and down. and then they just kind of spin. I wouldn't really call them rocker ankles. You can see another kind of mark there. There's like silver paint chipping off of him. The tail does have, you know, like those kind of individual ball joints like he should have on him. You know, not a lot of detail on the back, just kind of black plastic. Yeah, it's yeah, this is not good. Unfortunately, I feel like this is just an example of some more bait and switch. There's like a dent there on mine, which I don't think is paint. Yeah, it's just like scuffed up. There's another mark right there on the front. So yeah, you know, Super7 is just not really putting out quality stuff, unfortunately. Here are the alternate hands. So he's got like these rocket blast effects. These are, I don't think they're really bendy wire. They're just kind of flexible. I probably won't use these. I mean, I guess they're okay. The alternate hands, he comes with 2 fists. And then there's this hand that has like the rockets about to fire. There's another hand, but when I was trying to get it out of the package, it kind of flew across the room. Here's our little tiny Green Ranger, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, I do like the little tiny Green Ranger. So, you know, this is neat. You can probably sit it like up there. That's kind of cool. And then the Dragon coin. This is also pretty neat, you know, very shiny, heavy metal and everything, but there are like some scratches, which I don't know if I can just clean those off. And then, like, here's the back. You know, and it just looks like it's dirty. I don't know if I can clean this off or not. Let me see if I can just kind of wipe it a little. I don't know if they're permanent scratches or just little scuff marks, but I don't know if you guys can tell. I mean, you could see on there, like, look, it's like scratches. So I don't know. Yeah, I think you can see on camera, there's definitely like some scratches on the Dragon coin there, which is unfortunate because the Tyrannosaurus coin was like one of my favorite accessories. So yeah, pretty disappointed in this Dragonzord, which, you know, I don't think I've ever been disappointed in any sort of Dragonzord I've ever gotten. So again, pretty unfortunate. Let's get the little Ranger off of here. I'm going to try to do some comparisons, but it's going to be hard because the tail is going to kind of get in the way. And then, of course, his leg is not attached properly. Yeah, so let's see if we can at least get him to stand up straight, which is going to be hard. I'll just use the tail for balance. All right, so if you want to see some comparisons here, well, I guess probably one of the things that make the most sense is here he is next to the Legacy Megazord. This isn't too bad. I feel like he's a little small. Oh, I guess you can't even really see that on camera. Whoops. There we go. All right. So yeah, you can see that he's a little small. I guess, you know, in the show, Dragonzord was a little smaller than the Dino Megazord all put together. But I don't know. I feel like the Dragonzord could have been a little taller and bigger. And then if you want to see this Dragonzord next to a different Dragonzord, here's the Legacy Dragonzord. Now, of course, you know, this one's a little bit more premium, but I mean, I don't know. Just look at the difference between the Legacy Dragonzord and this. It's just, this just feels cheap. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. The plastic just feels cheap, and you know, the details for me, they're just not there, honestly. Yeah, pretty sad about this one. I was really looking forward to this Dragonzord. Here is the Super7 Tyrannosaurus, which I love. I think came out great. Yeah, it just, I don't like, this feels a lot heavier just, it feels more solid. It feels more well done. And this just, honestly, it feels cheap. Like it does not feel like a quality item. And this does. Like, just, it's hard to describe unless you actually have them in hand and you actually kind of compare them. Just the articulation on the Tyrannosaurus is better. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and my Tyrannosaurus didn't come basically broken out of the packaging. All right, here is Dragonzord next to Goldar. So Super7 Goldar. So yeah, I mean, I feel like they said the monsters were going to kind of scale with the Zords, and I mean, that doesn't work because, Goldar, he's too big to go with the Rangers, but too small to go with the Zords. Not sure what size the Dino Megazord is going to be from Super 7, which I'm not going to be ordering that Dino Megazord anyway, because I already have enough of those that are what I feel like are superior. And if you're curious, here is the Lightning Collection Green Ranger alongside the Super 7 Dragonzord. And just for the fun of it, here is the Super 7 Green Ranger next to the Super 7 Dragonzord. And then we want to see, now this comparison may work, okay? So the brand new Lightning Collection Minotaur monster, he's still a little too short as well. But not, yeah, he's a little too short. So I don't know. I'd hate to say it. I may be returning this Dragonzord to Big Bad Toy Store. I really hate saying that, but between the leg not being attached out of the package and the scratches on him and the Dragon Coin, yeah, I may be returning this guy, which is very, very sad to say. Oh well. All right, well, let's look at Rita. Hopefully she's better. All right, so here is Rita Repulsa from Super 7, and she is by far much, much better than the Dragonzord, which is very strange, that coming out of my mouth. But yeah, she is just feels much, much higher quality. She comes with some great accessories, and just much happier with the quality of the Rita figure. I will say she is very hard to stand up, so I do have her leaning against the wall because I was just getting a little impatient. The dress is, of course, a soft goods fabric dress. Very, very nice. It has a bendy wire at the bottom, so you can kind of pose it. And if we bring the dress up a bit here, not too far, of course, we do have the single jointed knees. They, kind of what we're used to with Super 7. They bend and kind of twist a little bit. We do have kind of the upper hip thigh twist there. But, the reason that she's hard to stand is she's got these little feet with the, high heels. And that's what she should have. And there is some detail there. If you can see, she's got like the boots, the ties and everything. So it's accurate to the show and everything, but it is really hard because, when her dress is down like it's supposed to be, you can't see her feet. So you just have to kind of, you got to keep trying until you can get her to actually stand. Yeah, it's hard. So yeah. But anyway, face sculpt looks great. The paint details, the gold paint is fantastic. She's got like metal chains for her jewelry. Her rings and everything just look really, really great. Her head was really stuck, and I very bravely moved it until it did finally give way. So it goes back and forth, not a lot of up and down, but it just looks really, really good. Just some nice details here. The shoulders go, kind of back and forth, up and down fine. Her elbows are a little stuck. I'm going to heat up her elbows. I do not want her hands to break. I'm sure that they're pretty small single jointed elbows because, you know, Super 7, that's what they do. So yeah, I do not want her elbows to snap, so I will be adding heat to her later. The back, the detail, I don't know what you call this, but it's the rest of her kind of outfit thing. It's nice. It has kind of like a pearlescent, kind of shimmery, shiny kind of look to it. So yeah, she is nice. I mean, she kind of has, you know, she almost has this kind of doll quality. Like this almost feels like one of those like porcelain dolls, you know, a Victorian kind of thing. And you know, the feet too feel like that, because those kind of dolls, you always needed a doll stand to get them to, you know, do anything, because they would just fall over. So yeah, she's going to take some work to get those feet to actually stand, because, you know, she has thin high heels. I mean, you know, what can you do? I think I got it. Maybe. Okay, there we go. So she's standing. I kind of want her a little bit more in frame, but there we go. All right, so I will try not to mess with her feet at all. Here's her alternate head sculpt. Now I'm assuming this is the "I've got such a headache" face, which she's so famous for saying in the show. This is nice too. Looking at that peg, I am curious if that would fit on the Power Ranger Lightning Collection figure. Maybe. We're gonna see. We'll see. I don't know. It also comes with the alternate Kimberly head, which I love that it comes with this. All right. This is actually really nicely done. It has some nice details. There was an episode where they thought that they had turned Kimberly evil and brainwashed her, and they were gonna, well, Lord Zed, I guess, had this crush on Kimberly. Everybody had a crush on Kimberly, right? Like every boy between the ages of 10 and 13 had a crush on Kimberly. You know, Goldar had a crush on Kimberly, Lord Zed, you know, Tommy, obviously, Ivan Ooze, everybody had a crush on Kimberly. So Lord Zed wanted to make her his new queen, and they thought that they brainwashed her, but it didn't work. And yeah, so they put her in Rita's outfit. So you can kind of imagine, you know. Now, I'm not going to put this head on there, but I was thinking this, I don't know if this would fit on the Lightning Collection figure, but that would be kind of fun too, is if you can put this head on the Lightning Collection Rita, you know, that's kind of a fun idea. Hands, lots and lots of hands, because again, it's Super 7. So we have got, and the hands are really nice, actually. I mean, the you know, the skin color is maybe a bit off, but the rings, the metallic paint on the rings is really, really great. So we've got gripping hands. We've got like thicker gripping hands, I guess. Like these are a little bit more open. So I guess maybe to hold like the potion or something. I guess the thinner ones are to hold her wand. And well, I don't know now, because, okay, hold on. These are more kind of open. So I guess these are not really to hold anything. These are just kind of open hands. She's got 2 fists on her already, of course. And then this hand, I guess, is to hold the drink, maybe. So yeah, there you go. So she comes with like a martini glass with some red drink in it. So, I mean, this could be like from the wedding episode with Lord Zed. But, I mean, you can use this anywhere. I mean, you can use this in any display that you want. It's just a martini glass with a red drink in it. So, hey, there you go. And then, of course, we've got the love potion, which she used on Lord Zed to get him to marry her. And, you know, the details on this are really, really good. Does it actually say something on there? No, it's just like, I think, little hearts. I thought at first it had like words on it, but this is nice. I mean, this is actually pretty cool. Pretty well done. Then we've got this green crystal thing, which I know Lord Zed used this to do something. What was it? Like, didn't Lord Zed use this to like create his Dark Rangers or something? Like, I remember what he did something, and then Tommy destroyed this crystal, and then that like released the Dark Rangers or something. I feel like that's what this is. But this is nice. You know, I might just use this for kryptonite, because this actually looks pretty cool to just use as kryptonite. So I can put this with like a Lex Luthor figure. Lex Luthor can be holding this against Superman. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to use this for. All right, so fantastic kryptonite accessory. Thank you very much, Super 7. Then we get the green candle, which is, of course, what took Tommy's powers away the first time. This is very nicely done as well. So we get, you know, the gold candelabra and then the green candle with the orange flame. We are getting a version of this with the remastered Green Ranger figure as well. So, you know, a lot of people will be getting that one too. And this is nice. I mean, I really kind of want to get that other one to compare the two and see how much they match up with each other, because then you can kind of have two. And then once again, if you have a display where you have like a fancy dining room table, you can have just two green candles and, you know, whatever. It doesn't have to be Power Ranger related. But probably my favorite accessory is this gorgeous, amazingly well done wand. So we've got real metal chains. I don't think it's gold, but you know what I mean. It's metal chains. The paint and sculpting. This is just amazingly well done. And in fact, I really want to try to get Rita to hold it. I hate to move her, so I finally got her standing up. And I also hate to try to do this without heating the figure up. So here we go. Okay, and the metal chains, all right, the metal chains are a separate piece. So this is actually, I guess this is good to do on camera. Well, maybe not on camera, but at least I'll do it as part of the review. All right, so very carefully, okay, I got it out. And this is a separate piece, okay? So like her bracelet with the metal chains, that's separate, okay? So the hands, when you pop a hand off, make sure you don't lose that bracelet. And then let me make sure I get the right side hand. And then this looks like a wand holding hand maybe. So then you gotta, you know, you gotta put this thing back in the right way before you put the new hand back on. So there's a little bit, you know, a little bit of work to do. And, you know, you just got to watch, because obviously you don't want to break the hand peg, but also she's got all these pointy things on her. She's got her pointy collar. She's got her pointy hair. So you're going to kind of stab yourself as you try to do this, which is what I did. I still don't want to move her elbows, because I'm still afraid her elbows are going to snap. Because again, I'm sure they're pretty fragile. But I really want to get this wand in her hand. I'm on a mission to do it here. So if I can just get it in here, and now let's see if I can get her to stand up. Oh boy, oh boy. Nope, she doesn't want to stand up again, of course. So let's see. So might have to get a figure stand for her, you know, which the dress will hide it, so it won't bother me too much. I'm not a huge fan of figure stands in general. But she is going to need one. And she does have holes, so, you know, finding a figure stand. Actually, let me go. I think I can probably grab a figure stand pretty quick. So just give me a minute here. Grab one of these good old McFarlane figure stands that well, if you collect McFarlane figures, you have 100 of them. So let me see if a McFarlane stand, if she fits on one. Oh, hold on. Doesn't seem like it's going to fit. All right, so I guess she's not going to fit. Wait, maybe. All right, I think I just barely got the McFarlane stand to fit on her foot peg. Let me see if I can get her other foot to wrap around here. Nope. Okay, it's not going to fit. So much for that. All right, so she does not fit on a McFarlane stand. I don't have any other stands around right now. So we're going to have to go back to trying to get her to stand up on her own, which is very, very difficult, as you are all seeing. Okay, I don't know how long she's going to stay, but There she is. Let's see if we can turn her around. Okay, there we go. There's Rita with her wand. And problems aside with getting her to stand, she looks fantastic. Now, some comparisons. Of course, the main comparison we have to do is here she is alongside the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Rita. Obviously, a huge upgrade. I mean, the figure is, leaps and bounds better. Now, the wand that I have, I customized this. Okay, so if you have the Lightning Collection Rita Repulsa, your wand doesn't look like this unless you customize it like I did, okay? Her wand was missing tons and tons of paint apps. That's why I was saying this wand is leaps and bounds better than the wand here. And this part of the dress should be gold, whereas the Lightning Collection figure was silver. I do not have the remastered Rita figure. I'm not going to get that figure because I was getting this one. So yeah, it's hardly a comparison, honestly. I am curious though. I don't know how easy this head pops off. Oh, very easy. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the Super7 head doesn't fit, but you can kind of fake it. It's probably too big. It's not terrible though. Yeah, it's actually not bad. So you can kind of fake it. I mean, it doesn't stay on because it's totally different peg. But how does the Kimberly head look? Oh, you know what? That actually looks pretty dang good. So we can have, yep, you can just kind of fudge it on there. I mean, it's not really fitting, like you'd have to use some sticky tack or something, but you could totally put the Super7 Kimberly head on the Lightning Collection Rita body, and it works good enough. Wow, look at that. That works better than I thought it would. So, yep, I think this will be my new Rita, and this will be my, Kimberly Rita thing. That is going to work just fine for me. Because I'm pretty certain that, well, she's a little tall, but, the Lightning Collection Rita figure was, I think, a little too small. And, if I mess with this Rita figure enough, if I kind of lean her over a little bit, maybe bend the knees, you're not going to be able to see the knees anyway. I think that she would work as, 6-inch scale. Again, I could make her look a little shorter. And, if she's about the same height as Lord Zed, I would be okay with that. So, got some work to do. Got some figuring out to do with the display. Here is Rita next to a Lightning Collection Power Ranger. So obviously, she's a little tall because, again, Lord Zed, kind of bigger, than the Rangers. So, kind of take that as you will. And then let's take a look at Rita next to the Super7 Green Ranger. Now, this, of course, works pretty much perfectly. So yeah, I mean, it's got some thinking to do here, but I'm very happy that the Kimberly head will work on the Lightning Collection Rita body. So that's cool, because then you can have kind of both. You're getting more bang for your buck, so to speak. The accessories are pretty cool, pretty great. The alternate heads are nice. Yeah, I think that you could probably get away with, because in my display, Rita is with, Lord Zed in my custom Lord Zed throne room. She's not with the Rangers. And I feel like, if I wanted to have Rita going up against the Rangers, I could have her going up against, well, I only have the Super7 Green Ranger, so I don't know how well that's going to work. And she doesn't want to stand again, so I'll just lean her against the wall. But I think, now I'm probably going to get the Super7 Lord Zed because I just like Lord Zed. But hey, I think this works. I think she looks fine alongside the Lord Zed. I can imagine Super7 making the Lord Zed figure more in scale with the Goldar. Because if I grab, let me get rid of these two guys. And if I grab the Goldar, the Super7 Goldar, whoops, he is going to be just towering over her. Yeah. So like the Super7 Goldar, I mean, I love this Goldar figure, but he really doesn't scale with hardly anybody. Like he scales with the Lightning Collection monsters, and that's about it. Because Goldar is not that much bigger than Rita, you know? Like, he just, you know, he's bigger than Rita, but not that much bigger. So yeah, this Rita is definitely going to work in the Lightning Collection display, at least for my purposes. This Goldar is going to be off on his own shelf next to the Super7 Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to have to return the Dragonzord. And that makes me very sad. But for me, the Rita figure is absolutely thumbs up, definitely an upgrade. The Dragonzord is sadly not. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're buying from Super7 Power Rangers. And thanks for watching. Have a good one. Hey everybody, so I forgot the most important accessory, which is the Repulsa scope. Now, I think I forgot this one because I was so disappointed about the Dragonzord, but I'm also a little disappointed in this one. It's too small. You know, this should be about that much taller, and I've fiddled around with it, and I don't see any way of making it bigger. This is just one big chunk of plastic there. It does not move. It doesn't swivel. It doesn't do anything but sit there. Like it does not have any movable bits at all. So I really want to put this in my display. So I'm gonna have to just raise it up in some way or another because I want it to be eye level with Rita. I mean, it looks pretty nice, but it would have been nice to have something that turned or moved or, you know, something, or at least it would have been nice for it to come up to her eye level. So they made it about, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches too short. But it's still a nice accessory. So I'm going to make it work some way or another, put it on, you know, some kind of block or some kind of little tiny box or something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, sorry about that. Totally forgot. It was sitting here on the floor, and yeah, there you go. So let me know what you think, and thanks again. Have a good one.